So we call it breathing up. When you hit the water, you have something called a mammalian dive reflex that kicks in. So it helps you hold your breath a little bit longer. And as soon as you make contact, swim back up and scream, usually is what I do, scream at the top of my lungs and just get ready for like the fight of your life and hold on. I'm Skye Bailey. I'm an 8-time world record holder in spearfishing, and I'm a Southern Miss alumni. What I loved about the design program at Southern Miss is that it wasn't just we're sitting around making beautiful things. Everything that we did in those classes prepared us for the real world. I think Southern Miss taught me resilience. It taught me that, you know, if you want something, you work hard for it, and that has really stuck with me throughout my personal life and my career. I learned that I'm not just a graphic designer. Producing content shoots is really where my passion lies. Gannett Creative House is a full-service production agency, so we create content for brands to tell their story. Gannets are a seagoing bird that dive into the water to catch their fish, and it's really reflective of how we attack our projects. We approach them head first. I'm proud to be a golden eagle because I feel like we're just built different. Grit, focus, and fearlessness. Those are things that you have to have when you're spearfishing in the water. As soon as I suit up and hit the water, it transforms. There's like chaos above the water, under the water, it's quiet. It just feels almost meditative. Obviously there's fear, you know, you always go in with a small amount of fear. Some days are worse than others, but once you recenter yourself, there's also this like sense of purpose and focus. I was up from a dive and saw a giant almaco jack, about 30 pounds, and I dove down and I landed it with my pole spear, and it took me for a ride. We were on the rigs in Louisiana, and it bent my pole spear into a 90-degree angle. I was like fighting it, and that was my first world record. And it still stands, so that was a big one. One of probably my best spearfishing memories is I got one of my world records when I was 26 weeks pregnant with my son. And that was just so cool because I think once you are pregnant and you become a mom, you think like you're gonna have to limit yourself, who you are and what your passions are. And I think proving to myself that I can still do everything I love and I can still be who I am and be a mom was really important to me. And that just proved to me that like, you're still a badass. My Southern Miss story is about finding my voice. You know, coming into Southern Miss, I didn't really know who I was and where I was going, and I found and left with the confidence to lead a team, be an amazing mom, get 8 world records, you know, basically crush everything that comes at me in my life with confidence. Take risks, live in the uncomfortable. Nothing ever happens that you're proud of that it comes easy. If you keep pushing hard and doing things you maybe never thought you would do, you're gonna be happier on the other side of it. Spearfishing, every time somebody asks me about it, the first thing they say is, I could never do that. What if you don't?